Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLoon 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to Bitcoin Bulletin. I'm your host, Emma. Today we're diving into the latest market moves and what they mean for our beloved cryptocurrency. Bitcoin's price has been on a wild ride lately, but one thing is clear. It's holding strong at $100,000. The reason behind this resilience is largely attributed to Elon Musk's outspoken criticism of U.S. President Donald Trump's economic proposal. Tesla CEO Musk described the plan as a disgusting abomination that would lead to national bankruptcy. Now, you might wonder how a public feud between Musk and Trump could impact Bitcoin's price. Well, it turns out that market anxiety is often fueled by these high-profile exchanges. Both Bitcoin and Tesla experienced significant price drops in response to their social media spat. However, Bitcoin quickly recovered from its losses late in the week. The wider markets also saw a 1% gain in the S&P 500, pushing the benchmark up to 6,000 points at the start of June. This marks a quiet month for risk assets, and Wall Street stocks closed at their highest level since February on Friday. Tesla's shares and all major industries rebounded from their earlier losses, recouping 3.8% after Musk's comments were released. But what about employment data? The latest numbers have alleviated fears of an economic meltdown, with President Trump announcing that negotiators will meet on Monday to discuss U.S.-China trade tensions. This has led to a surge in equities and a decrease in treasuries. The two-year yield even surpassed 4%, indicating concerns over high U.S. debt and delayed Fed rate cuts. The Federal Reserve is taking a cautious approach despite Trump's pressure campaign against Powell. In fact, the central bank is gathering more information about the impact of trade war uncertainty on the economy. This week's inflation data could provide further insight into the state of the U.S. economy. Now, let's take a closer look at Bitcoin's performance. After overcoming the $100,000 resistance, it hit fresh all-time highs. However, concerns about a potential trade war revived after Trump announced a 50% tariff on the EU on June 1. Despite this setback, Bitcoin has proven to be resilient and is currently testing the once-resisted stern support level of $100,000. According to BTC Direct, Bitcoin's current position relative to the $105,000 support zone is increasing, and the cost basis for short-term holders is at $97,200. The standard deviation gap is narrowing as the cost basis gets higher, indicating a potential fresh effort to break records. Some experts argue that Bitcoin is currently undervalued compared to its historical performance. The recent decline in standard deviations is comparable to during the slump post-ETF approvals last year. Despite the recent setback, Bitcoin's positive trend remains unaffected. In fact, a fascinating trading opportunity centered on a spot ETH staking ETF. Solana also is emerging due to persistently favorable market conditions. Staking incentives seem like a great incentive for institutional investors to buy-hold assets, since there's almost no difference between the futures prices of Ethereum and Bitcoin right now. Let's take a look at some technical analysis. TradingView's BTCUSD technical analysis summary gives a buy signal, with fewer indicators flashing sell. The oscillators and moving averages indicators also show a similar trend, with fewer technical readings for a sell signal. However, Investec's overall algorithmic analysis suggests a hold signal. Bitcoin has broken the short-term ceiling of a falling trend channel, indicating either a more gradual decline or the beginning of a more horizontal trend. The token has a support level of $102,400 and a resistance level of $111,600. There is a potential for a downward reaction when the RSI diverges negatively from the price. In terms of open interest, SoSo Value's daily total net open interest shows minus 847.05 million, indicating an increase in open contracts for puts. This suggests market makers will have to sell assets to cover their bets, which means more ETFs will be sold. The daily net flows fell 47.82 million on Friday, according to So Value, with the cumulative at 44.2 billion as of last week. ETF flows at the end of last week still point to positive engagement for Bitcoin, despite the upheaval during the first week of June, and bets show another healthy outlook for this week. That's all for today on Bitcoin Bulletin. Join us next time for more insights into the world of cryptocurrency.